Hello. How are you doing? How's everyone doing? It's been a extremely wet Monday in Lagos where I'm at the moment. It's rained. I mean, it's rained for what, 6, 8, 12 hours? I've lost count. So, how's the weather on your end? Still very much cold on my end. Anyways, let's get right into it. And if you're just newly joining the channel, this is my daily market summary for the NGX for today. The NGX is the Nigerian stock market. And I do this at the end of market session, summarizing what happened through the session, what I noticed, and just generally summarizing everything that went down today. So, as always, before we dive in, please note this is not financial or trading advice. That I say something is nice or not nice, or something happened or didn't happen, or stock is trading large volumes and values, or whatever criteria I talk about, that doesn't mean you should buy it. Do your own research. In any case, you can liken this to the news. You don't make, I'm guessing, you don't make investment decisions just on news items. And so, also, please, thank you to everyone who's subscribed the last couple of days. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Please continue to do so. It helps with the visibility of the channel in terms of YouTube algorithms and the likes. And the ultimate goal, I like to always speak when I'm doing videos, is ultimate goal is to provide as much financial education as I can provide, because financial education, financial markets, they are not always broken down in simple ways, and a lot of times they're not even discussed at all. A lot of people just stumble into financial markets, stumble into the world of stocks and investing. So every like, share, comment, subscription goes a long way in pushing the content. How did the market do today? It was bumper. I say bumper because the all share index gained 1.99%. That's essentially 2%. And you might wonder, what's the big deal about the 2% gain? I mean, it's major when you think about it. I think the market at this point should be up almost 40%. So if you gain 2% in a day, that is a big deal. And also from a psychological standpoint, the index closed at, I think, 144,000 basis points. That's major. I mean, so we could probably do. I think that's probably a high at the moment, and so it is major. It means that we could be heading to the 150,000 basis points mark, or who knows, we could probably hit 145,000 before the end of the week. So today was an extremely positive day on the market. In terms of top gainers, Lasaco, Royal Exchange, and UPDC all gained 10% today. So they all jointly led the gainers. Lasaco is in the insurance segment. Royal Exchange, financial services firm, but also has a huge insurance unit, while UPDC is in the real estate space. On the flip side, Academy Press and Transpower led the losers, fell by 10%, closing at 9 naira 90 kobo and 2 naira 288 naira respectively. I mean, Academy Press, clearly from the name, it's in the publishing space. Transpower is in the power generation space. And so these were the worst performing stocks for today. In terms of volume and value, I mean, FCMB Group still has, for last 3, 4, 5 days, if I recall correctly, FCMB Group has been trading large volumes. 84.9 million shares were traded today. In terms of value, GTCO was the most actively traded stock by value. 2.7 billion worth of shares were traded. Also, just to talk a bit about what else happened in the markets that probably won't show up in your daily market report, but it's significant. We had First Holdco, parent company of First Bank, first hold call had an earnings call. Call finished about 3.5 hours or 3 hours and 15 minutes, an hour and 15 minutes ago. Call started at 2 p.m. I think 2 p.m. Nigerian time or 3 p.m. I'd have to confirm one of them. But the call closed about maybe an hour or two ago. I'd be doing a write-up and Spotify episode just to summarize my thoughts on the call, my thoughts on the H1 numbers for the firm, which were out last week. So that's probably the biggest non-regular market news, if I can say so. And just before we round up, let me just peep into the NGX corporate disclosure page to see if there's anything major that's happened just before we round up or I round up this video. Nothing much, nothing major really. So as always, follow the Greenticker Tales podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube Music. You can also find content on greentickertales.com. I do a summary of last week's trading session for the Nigerian and US markets called Bulls and Bears. I do that on my Twitter handle. I think the Twitter handle is somewhere in the links in my bio on YouTube if you are watching this on YouTube. The post also goes up as a Substack post as well as on the Greenticker Tales website as a post. So there's more content scheduled to come over the next couple of days. Hopefully, this week shouldn't be as hectic as last week. I think last week we had over 40 companies drop earnings. So I'll be taking earnings bit by bit, breaking them down. And you can catch them on Spotify and catch them on the website. I might throw in a few in Substack as well. So have yourselves a great rest of the day ahead. Hope you have bright weather where you are at the moment. And see you in tomorrow's pre-market video, which should be up 9:30 a.m. Nigerian time. So have a good day, rest of the day ahead.